tell you what, this isn't going to be a quiet video. Creek shooting and archery range. Shooting range is right behind me, right behind you. That's what you're gonna hear going off in the background. I don't know if you can hear me. I'll have to look back at the footage, but it's gonna be happening throughout the entire video. I've got my hinge back today. Feels good. And I'm on it today, or at least I was. Of course, I turned the camera on, which means I'm gonna suck, but that's okay. Already had a pull out today on the insert. I knew this one was gonna happen though, because this is the one I marked from the last video, 2 videos ago, where it kind of pulled out a little bit. So it pulled out clean, so that should be just a job where I sand it down a little bit, rough it up, and then get some more hot melt, fix it up. Doing a little experiment with this arrow whose fletchings are all fucked up. And we're out at 60, and I've been playing with my sight tape because it was okay last time when I redid it for the extra weight in arrow, but it was shooting a little high at 50 as opposed to what was on my sight tape. So we should be on a little bit more, and we're at 60 right now when I step back here. So let's try that. That was the arrow with the screwed up fletching, by the way. Now let's go with some good arrows. That felt good. Good today. This is a pretty nice range. I think you could do with a covering. That covering back there doesn't really cover where you're supposed to shoot, and they need some bow hangers because you're putting all your stuff on the ground right now. It's really hard to adjust stuff if you don't have like a table or something like that, but other than that, they got pretty nice stuff here. Nice big targets. Bad. This arrow with the really messed up fletchings. I was just curious as to how it would fly, because you'd think it would be all over the place, but apparently it's not. Of course, I think when you screw a broadhead on there, it'd be catastrophic, but I mean, for right now, it's it's fine. It's pretty loud, but I can even hear it over the gunshots. But it seems to fly right with the rest of my group. So I don't know. I don't know what happened with this one. Just pulled it off. This might be the one. This might be the last one. I think I held a little bit too long on that. But I mean, like, this is that's pretty good for 60 yards, and it looks like my sight tape is right on, because I mean at least 2 of these were right on the plane, and this one was wobbling all over the place. So I'm glad that I'm back to my hinge, because I love it. I hate shooting with anything else. So let's take a couple more shots. I think that's kind of strange that arrow with the messed up fletchings flies pretty much with the rest of the group. I mean, look at that. Looks like bacon or lasagna or something like that, but I don't know. It started to make me think that stuff in your arrows, you know, messed up components that you think are all like, you know, the attention to detail that a bunch of people put into their arrows and stuff like that, and everything has to be exactly the same, and you know, it makes me think that it doesn't matter as much as people think it does. So I don't know, because I am one of those guys, especially when it comes to rifles. I am one of those guys that components all have to weigh the same, they all have to perform the same, but I mean, I don't know. Right now, I think with me and with a lot of other people, your form and your release are gonna matter a whole lot more. I don't know. Let's see what happens on this one. That was awful. Everything was shaking on that. Shaking like it hasn't really before. Or shaking like it wasn't really before. That's what happens when you get tired. Ooh, yeah. This group is bad. Very bad. Let's just forget that ever happened. Yeah, I don't know why this is so. I don't know why that doesn't affect the arrow as much as it should. Alright. Let's take a tiny bit of a break and let's see what's what. "13 minutes left on my SD card. That's plenty of time. That felt a little bit better. I took a bit more time in between each shot, breathed a little bit. I think that's the key. And I only shot 2. The wear and tear on your shoulders with that 70-pound draw weight, it adds up. I think I'm just tired. Been here for about 2 hours, so just goes to show. Start the camera at the beginning and not at the end. Let's take 2 more shots. Then I think I'm done. Last time I shot, my shoulder was sore for a couple days afterwards. Good. Let's take some time. I've switched from 3 fingers to sort of 2. I don't know, it kind of feels better. I also think I'm going to take the click off of this thing because I think I'm getting used to that, and like right after the click I'm starting to stop and then having to restart, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel as sweet. That little click plays tricks on your mind. That felt good. A little too long, but and I think I think I stopped on that click. I think I hesitated, which isn't good, but I think I recovered a little bit. I took my time and sort of reset myself, but you know, that's not good. You just want to have that nice smooth all the way through. And that thing's fully adjustable, so you can just take the click out. Kind of shooting off to the right now. And I think this just goes to show you take time in between your rounds, like good stuff will happen. And I mean, that's at 60 yards, we're right on horizontal. And I think we're just off to the right a little bit, and we can adjust that later, but I'm real happy with that. Of course, I don't know if I could do that again. I should be able to. But that's what I was doing earlier. I did like three ends like that earlier, and I was on it. Let's do one more, and then we'll stop. One last one. Felt real steady on that one. I think taking a nice break in between is good. I'm still off to the right a little bit. I just got my broadheads in. I'm gonna have to make some modifications to those, and then I'm gonna shoot those and see what happens. So that's not bad. It looks like we're right on at 60, and I just need to work on. You know, my form. Keep it up, and make sure that it's good to go. I shoot at 60 so that at 20 I know I'm good to go. Plus I like shooting at long distances. Every single little thing is magnified. I think it makes you a better shot. So 60, the group size doesn't really concern me. Anyway, this is a nice range. I'd like to see them set up that shelter over there. Sort of shoot from the shelter instead of the path. Or set up bow hangers. Because right now everybody's putting their stuff on the ground. I think they got the distance and the space to go out to maybe 100. Not sure. Let's see what the rangefinder says on one of those back posts. Yeah. So those target holders. Those target holders all the way back there, those are at 100. So they could definitely go to 80s, 90s, and maybe build up the space back there into a backstop, just in case their arrows went over. But it's a nice range. It's a little far away from where I live. And it'd be cool to see them put it in a 3D range, but I don't know how much space they have for that. That's it for me.